Hello guys, this is God Sent from Sent Farms. Today's video I'm going to be sharing with you that is strictly into organic type of rabbit farming. I'm going to share with you some of those medicinal herbs that you can use to prevent disease outbreak, infections, and also treat some of those infections in your farm. So sit back and relax as we go through this video. And for you that is into the mix type of rabbit farming, this is also going to be of utmost benefits to you, as you are going to learn one or two herbs that you can also use to save money for buying medications in your farm. You can just simply get some of these herbs. They are all around us in our locality. You can also get them at a very cheap amount in our local market to help to eradicate some of these infections in our farm. And that way we can save a lot of money. So stay tuned, sit back as we dive right into this video. So you're welcome back, guys. Like I said, I'm going to be sharing with you some herbs that you can use to feed your rabbits and also use as a feed supplement. I'm just going to be giving you a brief information about them, which is going to be enough for you to work with in your farm. Now, the first one I want to introduce to you guys is the basil plant. Yes, the basil plant has so many benefits, so many health benefits in your farm, as it has some microbial properties that helps to prevent some bacterial infection, and it is also anti-inflammatory. It can help to prevent frequent infections in your rabbit. It also helps to maintain rabbit fur and skin, as we all know that some of these plants, they have a high fiber content. Now the next one is going to be the plantain leaf. Most of us are so familiar with the plantain leaf, but little of us know its potentials, what it can actually solve or help to do in our farm. Plantain leaf it has properties that helps with taking care of diarrhea. If your rabbits, especially your winners, because winners tend to suffer more from diarrhea. So if your winners, your rabbits, your adults are having diarrhea in your farm, you can either serve it fresh, or you can serve it dry, or you can dry it and just match it and mix with their feed and serve to them, or you just give them fresh and they'll eat it that way. Early detection of some of these symptoms will go a long way to treating your rabbits very effectively. And now the next one is going to be the solution for ginger, garlic, and turmeric. Now how is this one done? Is that you match the ginger, you match the turmeric and the garlic, you soak them with some quantity of water in a plastic jar for 3 days before you start giving to your rabbits. You add it to their drinking water. It helps to boost their immune system. And for your doe, it helps to increase their libido and helps to flush out any impurities that might cause infertility or that might hinder her conception. So you give it to your doe 3 days before you take her to the buck, and after mating you stop giving. It also helps to increase libido in your buck. So you can go and watch that video and you get more information on that. But basically ginger, garlic, and turmeric solution in their drinking water helps to boost their immune system. Now next on my list is going to be I'm going to be talking about the bitter leaf. Yes, it can also be referred to as the amygdalina. Yes, it's called bitter leaf in my locality. Bitter leaf is it's basically an antibiotic. You can either serve it fresh, to them and they eat it. You can either serve it dried to them and they eat it, or you can dry it and match it, squeeze it and mix it with their regular feed, like the if you are into the mixed feeding pattern, which is both organic and the inorganic feeding pattern. You can just dry the bitter leaf and you match, you squash the dry leaf and you mix in their feed. So it, as you administer, as you feed them on a daily basis, they have some quantity of the bitter leaf in their feed, as you can see in the screen. That is what I do here in Scent Farms. So it's basically an antibiotic. It takes care of bacterial infections in your farm. So if you can be administering this on a routine basis, it will help to prevent bacterial infections. Yes, we don't really wait for infections to come to our farm or comes to our animals before we treat them. We give them a routine medication, herbal medication, yes, that helps to boost their immune system, so it shuts the door against any infection, bacterial infection, fungal infection that might want to come in. And amidst that, you also try to keep a very good hygiene in your farm. If you can do all this, I assure you 95% you won't get any health challenges in your farm. You can also squeeze out the juice from inside and you give them the juice, or you mix it with their drinking water. That's another way you can also administer the bitter leaf. Now the next one is going to be the jute mallow. The jute mallow is like here in my locality, here down here in Nigeria, it's called the ewedu leaf. What the ewedu leaf does is that, or what the jute mallow does is that it induces labor. If you have a doe or you mated your doe and by your records the pregnancy is over 31 days. After 31 days of confirmed pregnancy and your doe is yet to kindle, you give her jute mallow in the morning and also in the evening. Yes, and before you know it, you kindle. And then the next is going to be the moringa leaf. The moringa leaf also induces labor. So if you can't get the jute mallow in your locality, then watch out for the moringa leaf, as they serve similar purposes. But the advantage the moringa leaf has over the jute mallow is that the moringa leaf also boosts the production of breast milk in your rabbits. Yes, it boosts the production of breast milk in your rabbit. Now, if your rabbit is not lactating very well, you can give her a moringa leaf. You serve her fresh in the morning, you also serve her fresh in the evening. If your doe is having a large litter and there's no other doe, nursing doe that you can foster some of those kids to, now to have a healthy, well-fed kid, you just have to serve her moringa leaf in the morning and in the evening fresh, so she can have enough milk to go around for all the kids, or probably most of the kids can be well fed, and a well-fed kid will stay till weaning stage, and that is what every rabbit farmer desires in his or her farm, to have healthy kids to weaning stage. And that is it for the moringa leaf. And the next one is the curry leaf. Curry leaf has similarities with the plantain leaf. Yes, like I stated, in the plantain leaf as an anti-diarrhea, the curry leaf is also an anti-diarrhea. So if you can't get the curry leaf in your locality, you can look out for the plantain leaf. They have similar purposes that they serve. The next is going to be the papaya. The papaya, yes. Papaya is a natural dewormer. Yeah, you use papaya to deworm farm animals. You can serve your rabbit papaya leaf fresh, or you can dry it and you grind it to powder form and mix with their feed and give to them. Either way, it will serve the same purpose of deworming your rabbit. You can also give them the seed grinded. You can also grind the seed and mix with their feed, or you dry it and mix with their feed also. It will serve the same purposes. So that's what the papaya does in your rabbits. Is an organic dewormer. Then the last one is going to be the neem leaf. The neem leaf, yes, in my locality here we call it the dongoyaro leaf. What neem leaf does is that it's a detoxifier, an antifungal and anti-inflammatory properties. It helps to boost the immunity also in your rabbits as well. So many of all these herbs, they have similarities in function. So it's very important to note that before going to source for these some of all these herbs, you should be very, very aware of your environment. What if you fetch your rabbits sprayed pesticide grasses or herbs, it can kill your rabbits very fast, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I will advise you, is either you grow your herbs. Some of these herbs, they are easily cultivated. It's either you cultivate your herbs yourself, or endeavor to find out if where you're going to be fetching your herbs from is free from pesticide or herbicide. Yes, so that you don't fetch your rabbits poisonous substances. And again, for you have to be very careful with what you feed your winners, because winners they have a very fragile digestive system. Like some of these grasses or herbs that we feed our rabbits have a very high moisture content in them, like the potato leaf. Yes, the potato leaf and some other ones have a very high water content in them. So if you want to feed your winners potato leaf, or your rabbits in general, always endeavor to wither those potato leaf before you feed it to them. Let's say you leave them under the sun for at least 5 hours. Yes, in that way the sun would have evaporated some of the moisture in them, so it have reduced the moisture content in them before you feed it to your rabbit. Because if you keep feeding your rabbits high moisture content grasses, it's going to cause a problem in their digestive system, issues like bloating. Yes, that's one thing that really results to bloating, and there's little or nothing you can do about rescuing a bloated rabbit. One other leaf that I found out that rabbit love, especially my rabbits, they love it so much, is the palm frond. Yes, the palm frond, you just serve it to them. The palm frond has a high fiber content that helps to nourish and keep their skin and fur healthy. You can serve them fresh like that because it has a low moisture content. Also the sugarcane leaf also, they also love, and they also enjoy eating the sugarcane leaf as well. These are some of the herbs that I want to share with you on this video. If there's anything you want to share with us, you can leave that in the comment section, and we'll do well to respond to it. From here, I wish you well in your rabbit farming, and grow your farm with Send Farms as you stick to this channel. Please don't forget to subscribe if this is your first time of visiting this channel. Hit the notification bell as well. See you in the next video. Peace out.